diabetic, and I have life-changing news for you if you're suffering from diabetes and erratic blood sugar. My team here at Taylor Labs decided to do the impossible and uncover the true key to reversing type 2 diabetes for good. It's simple, easy, and can be done from home in the next few minutes, allowing you to wave goodbye to your blood sugar issues forever. This groundbreaking method has passed through our extensive trials and been proven to work with over 20,000 testers. And in just a moment, we'll show you how to replicate their results from the comfort of your own home to reset the erratic blood sugar levels and turn back the clock on your type 2 diabetes for good. Now, you may be wondering why I'm speaking to you from a small video on our website and not the front page of Time magazine. Well, despite our groundbreaking and safe results, we've been told we have to wait over 6 months to release to the public. And yet, with millions of Americans suffering from diabetes and more dying every day, compared to almost every other age-related disease and the virus combined, we decided 6 months was just too long. We needed to spread the word fast and show you what's being hidden from you. Big Pharma be damned. So far, this short yet transformative broadcast has been viewed by over 1 million people. So it's crucial you listen closely, as I can't say how long it will be online. You see, we're facing censorship from every angle. YouTube, Facebook, and other social media platforms have told us until we get our approvals, we may be banned from spreading this controversial method online. Meaning this information is only available on this website for as long as we can keep it up and running. So to clarify, in the next 3 minutes, I will show you the true cause of your type 2 diabetes and erratic blood sugar. Hint, it has nothing to do with your pancreas. The dirty medical secrets about metformin, insulin, and other treatments, and how they could leave you in grave danger if you don't act fast. And most importantly, a breakthrough 2-minute method which can eliminate type 2 diabetes in a matter of weeks, using a combination of ingredients you likely have in your kitchen pantry right now. This simple at-home trick I'm about to show you works no matter your age, genetics, or how long you've had type 2 diabetes. And if you're skeptical right about now, I understand. And not in the shallow way your doctor, friends, and family say they understand, while they talk behind your back about how you're over-exaggerating the excruciating pain of type 2 diabetes. No, I understand deeply as a former type 2 diabetic myself, and I need you to know it is not your fault. You see, I know how it feels to be plagued with fear, wondering if you'll be hit with sudden complications, have a limb violently hacked off, or ever live to see your grandchildren grow. I understand those persistent late-night thoughts, wondering why God chose you of all people to suffer. And most importantly, I know how diabetes destroys your ability to hope and believe, turning you into a raging skeptic, unable to trust anyone or anything. Because despite my medical background, type 2 diabetes made me desperate and forced me to try things I knew had no medical basis for working. You see, out of desperation, I tried everything: keto, paleo, P90X, you name it. And when they didn't work, I resorted to long and painful fasts. And all these so-called solutions did was raise my hopes and crush them to pieces again, while intense cravings, nausea, and nerve pain continued to chip away at my body, leaving me helpless, wondering if I'll be stuck that way forever. But I persisted and continued testing everything I could, pushing through trial after trial here at our world-renowned lab in California, hoping to find the solution to give me my old life back. And thank the Lord I did, because now I have the freedom to enjoy life, eat all my favorite foods, and throw those expensive blood tests, glucose monitors, and insulin shots in the trash where they belong. And that's what I want from you. So as a former sufferer, I ask you to stick with me for just 3 minutes and take the words that I say very seriously, because I promise they will change your life forever. People like Denise R., 64 years old, who reports, "I'd been taking meds for 6 years, insulin, metformin, you name it. Nothing was able to reverse my type 2 diabetes. After following what I discovered in this video here, my glucose levels are finally stable. I can even enjoy chocolate cake without worrying about erratic blood sugar spikes." Or James D., 73 years old, who writes, "This presentation changed my life. I am very happy with the results. The doctor told me to keep doing whatever I'm doing. I'm no longer a diabetic, and I have so much more energy. I lost an average of 7 pounds a week for the first 3 months using this. It's incredible. I know seeing some of these miraculous results will make you wish you found this years ago, and I'm certain the simplicity of this solution will shock you. So watch this urgent presentation until the very end, as I can't say how long it will be online. You see, the diabetes industry is worth $48 billion, and this simple at-home trick threatens to put them out of business. So it's possible they will try everything in their power to take down this inexpensive ritual. Making it crucial you shut off all distractions, take a seat and listen closely, as the next 3 minutes will change your life or the life of a loved one forever. So let's begin.
As I said, my name is John Cooper. I'm 54 years old and live in Lansing, Michigan with my dear wife Jeannie. You should know I'm not a doctor or physician, but I recently retired from a 30-year career as a medical nutritionist. Medical nutritionists work alongside scientists to research the hidden effects of diet on our health. My team worked on breakthrough discoveries like the ketogenic diet and told the stories big food lobbies don't want you to hear. As a result, I lived a healthy lifestyle. I mean, me and my wife enjoyed eating at restaurants and the occasional ice cream or dessert after dinner, but who didn't? I felt fine and was about to ease into my retirement when out of nowhere, I began to notice some unusual symptoms. I'd get wild cravings for sweet foods and became fatigued doing basic tasks. My belly fat grew like crazy and nerve pains chewed away at my fingers. I thought maybe this just came with aging until everything got worse. My vision started failing and I got hit with a tingling in my feet which wouldn't go away, along with extreme bouts of thirst and an uncontrollable urge to urinate. My wife became worried and pushed me to see a doctor, who after one test told me I had erratic blood sugar. This hit me like a ton of bricks. Yet I felt reassured when my physician, Dr. Chen, told me it was treatable. Eat healthy, sleep well, exercise, and you'll be fine, he repeated, while prescribing me metformin and hurrying me out of the room. So I did as I was told, switched to a strict diet and exercise plan, swallowed the pills he fed me, and dished out hundreds on blood sugar tests. Yet despite this, my health continued to decline. My weight ballooned, blood sugar skyrocketed, and cravings only intensified. I told Dr. Chen his advice wasn't working. His solution? Upgrade my medication. He was the expert, I thought, and took his pills, hoping for the best. And while they did make me feel better for a while, over the next few years, these daily pills ruined my life, flushing out my wallet and leaving me with a bunch of dangerous side effects like bloating, muscle aches, and kidney pains. My blood pressure and cholesterol shot through the roof, while I couldn't sleep, exercise, or even focus. You may have noticed some of these symptoms too. My feet then went from tingling to fully numb, until one day I could barely feel anything below my knees, forcing me to take time off work. Worst of all, the medication did nothing to help my blood sugar, which skyrocketed to astronomical heights. I became depressed, and, it pains me to say it, considered ending it all. The truth is I felt weak, like I was a burden to others, and believed deep down this was all my fault. It was a dark period in my life. And while it felt like I had hit rock bottom, as you're about to see, the worst had yet to come. Because on one unsuspecting afternoon, the unthinkable happened. You always assume it'll be some other poor soul, but this time it was me. It was a warm summer day. Months before, I had been forced back to work because the cost of insulin had become too much. Though, to be honest, I was happy to try and get my life back on track. So I was in my lab trying to meet a deadline when suddenly my mouth dried up. I hopped up to fetch a bottle of water, but as I stood, I began to feel dizzy and fell quick, smashing my head into the corner of my desk. I couldn't remember much after, just floating in and out of consciousness and the blaring of ambulance sirens. After a few terrifying hours, I woke up in a hospital bed in excruciating pain, too weak to move, and unable to feel my legs. You see, what had happened was, without knowing, I'd fell into a coma, randomly triggered by stress at work. I remember seeing my lovely wife heaving and sobbing with her entire body, filled with tears in her eyes as her parents, my mother and father-in-law, were comforting her. A deep sense of shame grew in my chest for putting my sweetheart through this, and embarrassment at the look of disapproval in my wife's parents' eyes as they saw me in this state. 150 pounds overweight, too frail to feed myself or walk because my legs had become so numb. Most of all, though, I felt guilt for not doing more when I had the chance, obediently following useless advice from Dr. Chen as he stuffed me silly with risky medications. So while lying at death's door, I made a desperate prayer to God. If he were to let me survive this, I would be proactive, use the medical experience I'd gathered from my job, and do everything in my power to fight my unstable blood sugar. Then Dr. Chen entered the room. He told my wife I'd likely survive, but they would have to amputate. You see, the tingling in my feet was a sign. My legs were in grave danger, yet I ignored this because Dr. Chen told me it was normal for those with erratic blood sugar. Well, this tingling had progressed until it left my feet looking like this, and now they were going to have to cut them off. My wife screamed, telling Dr. Chen it was all his fault for misleading us, telling me high blood sugar was easily treatable with a good diet, sleep, and exercise. To which he sternly